Hi, so just a little video to expand a little bit on fatty acids and their notation. So let's take this first example of a fatty acid. It's a fatty acid. It has a carboxylic group here. And it also has a long chain hydrocarbon. Hence, it is a fatty acid, no problem. Now, what more can we say about this fatty acid? Well, let's first we could count the number of carbon. So let's say how many carbon does it contain? And also one important thing to qualify a fatty acid, it's the number of double bonds or number of insaturations. So to count the number of carbons, we start from the most oxidized carbon, the carbon on the carboxylic acid, and we give it number 1, and then we go down the chain to carbon 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 and 12. So we end up with a 12 carbon fatty acid with no unsaturation. There's no double bond, so we can give it the notation 12, 0. The first number corresponds to the number of carbons, and the second one gives it the number of unsaturation or double bonds. Okay, another example, maybe a little bit more complicated, one very common fatty acid. Once again, we can count the number of carbon, so starting with the carbon on the carboxylic acid, carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's a double bond there on position 9, between position 9 and 10, and we continue 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we can say that we have how many carbons? (18), and we have 1 unsaturation, so we can give it the notation 18, 1, and to specify in which position the unsaturation is, we put in brackets the carbon number at which that unsaturation starts. We don't need to say that it's between 9 and 10, it's enough to say that it starts at carbon 9, and that's self-evident, then that's going to be between carbon 9 and 10. We could specify that this unsaturation is cis, but because all natural fatty acids are cis and not trans fatty acid, usually we don't specify, we only specify if it's a trans fatty acid. Another well-known fatty acid, so once again we can count the number of carbons starting from the carboxylic acid. So we have a double bond position 9 and 12, so once again this time we have 18 carbons. Again we have 2 unsaturations or 2 double bonds, and they are in position 9 and 12. So we have the linoleic acid, or an acid with 18 carbons, 2 double bonds or 2 unsaturations, and they are in position 9 and 12. Alright, I hope that helps. Thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye.